These are 10 scams you should not be falling for in 2021, plus how to protect yourself. Welcome back to the channel. I'm the YouTube deal guy, Matt. Granted, if you've seen me before, hopefully I protect your wallet on a regular basis with insider store secrets. But today, we're going to show those cyber criminals and hackers who's boss. I'm going to expose some shocking scams tied to real estate, Amazon extended warranties, FedEx shipping, and a few other surprises beginning in a moment. One quick thing, if you guys like this content, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notifications on. Let's begin with the fake letter scam, which could plague any website that you visit. If you guys look at your screen right now, the Adobe website that I'm on looks fairly reflective of the actual Adobe website. But when I enlarge the characters in my browser, you see Adobe written a little bit differently. Now, when I enlarge it, you can of course see that the B has a dot below it. A major scam right now includes subtle changes to websites that you're invited to click on from emails that are used to market toward you. An O in Home Depot might actually be a 0. The characters that are derivative from other languages or Latin characters are inserted. A lowercase L instead of the number 1. All things that can trick even a trained eye unless you really enlarge and take a close look at your URL browser. Scam number 2 is called the FedEx texting scam. This could actually plague UPS and USPS users. But if you have a profile with a company like FedEx, chances are you've given them your phone number and you do get text alerts. With many of us ordering online more than ever before, you likely get messages that appear somewhat like this. A FedEx parcel update, and many times the numbers that actually generate these texts are random numbers you've never seen before. They're never sent from 1-800 numbers that you could easily call or trace back and track. So what do they want you to do? They want you to click right here. And a lot of people might actually click that link. So what could happen if you click that? Well, you might install malware or malicious phishing information onto your smartphone that could pull your identity, your financial records, or even some of your login information, depending on how secure your phone happens to be. So what should you do? Be very careful before you click any links that look like this, b3smg.info. If the URL structure in no way resembles the information tied to the specific retailer, shipping partner, or website, don't click it. There's so many other ways where you can manually take your tracking number and input it online. And if someone sends you a message and you know you haven't ordered a package and you're not expecting a delivery, I know we all want to know what it is and we want to track it, but that could lead to some really horrendous things happening to your computer or smartphone. In the number 3 spot, it's the air purifier or air filter scam. And before I get to Amazon and real estate, this is actually plaguing many communities right now in different ways. How does this work? Well, salespeople are using the current state of the world and confusion and concern over germs to target your home. Sometimes you'll get a phone call saying that you have a free upgrade that you are eligible for, and this is merely a sales opportunity for them to collect information. But I've actually seen in my neighborhood people walking door to door with air filters. They wear suits, sometimes they wear what a crosswalk guard might wear, those construction vests, and they tell you that they've got your free filter upgrade. They may actually come into your home and change the filter in your HVAC system, claim to be from the energy company. What are they really doing? Sometimes they're stealing, sometimes they're canvassing your home to see what type of alarm system you have or don't have. And either way, if you have not ordered it, I guarantee you your home energy and your HVAC system company are not offering anything for free or any upgrades, nor should they be entering your home for any reason unless you have a problem. Scam number 4 is a typo scam that could actually plague you for any retailer you visit online, and in particular, some of the fashion brands that are a little bit more difficult to spell. Let's use Birkenstock as an example. It's spelled S-T-O-C-K at the end, but let's say you spelt it S-T-E-C-K. Well, then you would end up on this website. And this website at a first glance might actually look legit. In fact, I'm sure you could buy shoes and give them your money. Are you actually going to get that pair of authentic Birkenstocks that you actually ordered? I am not so sure. And I've seen this with Uggs. The website will have a third G, or Beats by Dre. The Dre part will have 2 E's. But as I scroll down, and I'm sure you guys can see they even have a privacy policy, things get a little bit odd when we get to the bottom. And their email address is hxh21f3a358@temporary-mail.net. But the point is, you meant to go to birkenstock.com and not Birkensteck. So pay very close attention when you input a website address. And there are all these small bars, and even at my age, my eyes are getting older, but it's something that we do need to pay attention to. Before I protect you from a DM scam, which has been quite dominant so far in 2021, could prevent you from getting catfished, let's talk about the promo codes and all of those reward and click wheel websites that seem to pop up off of Facebook and Instagram, and even sometimes tied to purchases from reputable websites because, again, anyone can place an ad tied to a problematic pop-up. Let me just refresh this again as we continue with scam number 5. So whether you end up with a wheel that you can click or someone will tell you you've won a lottery from which you've never actually purchased a ticket, please, whatever you do, you will always win according to the website. Do not enter your first, your last name, or your email address. And even more important, please do not consent to any of their terms. I'm sure they'll have some wonderful photos of smiling people who've won a lot of money, and they'll even get into the cash for your home scams toward the end of this video, but that's something you should stay very far away from. Scam number 6, before I get to Amazon and air miles and work from home scams, is tied to that DM that I mentioned. So let's look at my Facebook inbox. It happens to a lot of us. We get a DM from that extremely handsome or gorgeous, often younger individual, and in my case, Sherry wants to talk. Granted, she didn't contact me in English, but this is what I'm going to show you to protect yourself from all of these situations, and it's particularly strong on dating sites. Let's head over to this person's social media page. They contacted me on Facebook. I'm going to find them on Facebook. Here I am on Sherry's Facebook page, or Cherry, depending on how she pronounces it. And if you want to know if this image is real, and in this case it's a very attractive younger woman, because all younger women just want to contact me. Not once did that happen in high school, college, or university, but you know what? Sherry wants to talk, so let's see if she's real. I'm going to save her image to my desktop only for research purposes. And if you've ever performed a keyword search on Google, you can also search by image. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find out if this image has appeared anywhere else. You can drag and drop it, or you can just upload it. I upload Sherry, Google does a cross-check, and then not only is this photo prominent online, it's been used for a waterfall, straight hair advertising, a China Girls Photos Facebook page, some type of serum, a breast enlargement cream, and more than 300 other instances. Is that person trying to contact me really that person? Chances are it's a stock image and someone wants to infiltrate your personal boundaries, learn a little bit more about you, and you could actually be duped into some type of scam. So please stay protected. I know that photo check is not going to protect you from all situations, but it's certainly a starting point. Scam number 7 is a point scam tied to your air miles or your hotel points, but primarily affecting anyone that has traveled before. And if you're not traveling as much as you are right now, it might seem normal that an airline would contact you and say, you know what, you haven't used your points in a while, they're about to expire. But if you log into your account, you can simply secure your information. And they do an incredible job mimicking the actual website of the specific travel partner. So if you guys look very closely at this so-called United login screen, it looks legit. You'd enter your mileage plus number and your password. And if you actually compare this to the verified United website, despite the travel update thing at the top, both websites look eerily similar. But what's happening is hackers don't just want your money, they don't just want your identity. In many cases, they now want your travel points. Hotel and airline points have a significant value associated with them. Years ago, when I contributed to USA Today Travel, that was a point that I would make in many of my columns. It's definitely something that you should keep an eye on right now. Whatever you do, please, if you get any of those point expiration reminders, don't click the links in the email. Seek out the website on your own. So if American Airlines or Hyatt contacts you or Marriott, go to the websites on your own and use your own login information on those websites. Don't click the links from emails. Scam number 8 is a rental scam. And I will get to another real estate scam at the end of this video, but if you guys are looking to rent a property, hackers are creating duplicate listings tied to that apartment or that condo or that home that you want to rent. And all of the listings look almost identical. And at a time where many people are not visiting leasing offices or signing their leases in person anymore, that first month deposit or your application fee may actually be going to a scammer or a hacker. So let's use the Bingham. It was a building that I actually lived in years ago when I rented my first apartment in Cleveland, Ohio. There are multiple listings for the apartments. And while some are reputable, many are duplicated, tied to rental offices that don't exist. So please visit the actual website for the property, even if the Price that you see from one website appears to be lower. Don't submit any application fees without actually coordinating a phone call with the building. And if it's a wire request or PayPal or anything like that, most major rental companies will accept a check, or they can process your credit card in person. Scam number 9 is tied to PayPal, and I'm going to do Amazon. But if you guys have PayPal accounts, or if you're a frequent eBay shopper and you've had a PayPal account in the past, you may receive a text saying your account has been restricted due to a failed payment. Well, our first inclination when we receive something like this is, I didn't buy anything. Who's using my PayPal account? Who's using my credit card? Well, no one. No one's actually tried to make a purchase. Do not click on any text from PayPal. If you ever have any concern, visit the PayPal website on your own. Use your own login information on a trusted and secure browser. But those texts and those phone calls and anyone trying to get you to click this link so you end up on a page that looks like this, don't do it, please. Scam number 10 is tied to Amazon. There's actually 2 scams associated with this, and then I'm going to showcase another real estate scam. So the extended warranty scam is prevalent right now. You purchase something from Amazon. In fact, you probably purchase a lot of things from Amazon, and you get an email that appears to come from Amazon telling you that you can get a free standard warranty. All you need to do is register your product. It looks legit. You first give up all of your personal information. In some cases, if you're an educator, you can actually implicate your school. Not a great situation. And then you get the second screen. That looks like this. So you can link your warranty back to your Amazon purchase. Whatever you do, please don't do that. There are no free warranties being offered by third-party sellers after you've made an Amazon purchase. And any warranty that you get from a third-place market seller is clearly laid out in the Amazon terms and conditions. And if you don't feel comfortable with that, just contact Amazon support on your own. Do not give up your account login information. One other side scam tied to Amazon right now is a work from home scam. Amazon's a massive company. You're going to see job postings sometimes on some major work from home websites where someone appears to be offering you rates that are $20, $25, or $30 per hour to work from home for Amazon, and all you need to do is buy an Amazon work from home kit for $200. That's very prevalent right now. There are no work from home kits tied to Amazon, despite the fact that this listing seems to be popping up everywhere. Some of the other extended warranty pages look a little bit like this. Others will actually mimic the Amazon color scheme. Bonus scam number 1 is tied to your vehicle. I don't know how many robocalls you guys get on a regular basis about your expiring car warranty. Somehow someone has figured out what car you drive from a form that you filled out, or a company that has sold your information along the way, or from a ticket or something that is in fact public information. Your car warranty is not expiring, nor do you need to give any money to that company cold calling you under any circumstance. Dial directly with the dealership. I feel like I get 3 or 4 of those calls every week, which is a lot. Now for a final scam, which is tied to many cash for your home offers. I will preface my advice by saying there are some legit cash for your home offers that exist. This company that you see on your screen right now is very well rated, and this company has local offices that are in fact legit and very well rated. But for some of the real estate scams going on right now, you may be contacted by a real estate lawyer with a fake profile, or someone telling you that they are ready to give you cash for your home, where they in fact create a fake escrow service. You are giving up your bank account information to receive that too good to be true offer, and opening yourself up for all sorts of other issues. For cashback offers from your home, please always check with a licensed real estate agent or real estate broker. You can also quickly order a valuation for your property, and with realtor services and websites like Zillow, actually see what you should be getting and learn more about the people offering to make you that too good to be true offer. For those of you that have made it this far into the video, I really appreciate it. If you like this content, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are subscribed with your notifications turned on, I promise to share more insight like this with you on a regular basis. 440-298-2181 is my Insider Deal Guide texting club number. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.